I had a friend that lived near a junkyard in Atlanta, and in the junkyard there were a lot of dogs. Dime, and what we think was his dad, jumped the fence one day, and my friend ended up with Dime. She sent me a text message wanting to know if anybody around me wanted a dog, and it turned out that I did.
He's a bit of a sucker when it comes to animals, so she knew she was texting the right person. We had just started dating at the time, like just a few months, and I'm someone that take a long time to make decisions and really have to think things over, and I was like, oh my god, you just got a text about a dog and now the dog's just here. But it did not take me long to fall in love with Dime. I was just absolutely obsessed with him. You could feel that he really needed somebody to love him. He was so obsessive with Ram right off the bat that it was like, don't leave me. Really attached to him hardcore right from the beginning.
Oh my. Get it, Maggie!
He's about to be 9 years old, and he was around 3 months when we had him. A year and a half ago, we noticed that he was favoring one of his feet a little bit more than usual, and he was positive for degenerative myelopathy. It's this awful disease. It's a neurological disorder that starts to affect hind legs and then moves on to progress throughout the rest of the body. There's no cure or treatment for it, but the best news to us is that he would never feel pain from it. It's a lack of feeling altogether in his hind end.
You're a genius.
Good boy.
In the beginning, it started with we could have him in a harness and he just kind of needed assistance to get outside, and that lasted for probably a good 6 months or so. For a lot of months, he was still able to kind of scoot, so he could use his front legs to scoot his back legs to get wherever he wanted. He would still follow us from room to room even when his back legs weren't working well. And if he needed to go on a longer walk, then he started to use the wheelchair for that. Unfortunately, we live in the mountains where everything is a lot of stairs, and my husband has built a bunch of ramps and things to make things easier. Dime is just the ultimate good boy.
He's a very sweet dog.
If we had food out on our coffee table, even if we want him to like lick a plate or have something, he's like, no, those are not the rules. I'm not supposed to lick anything off of that, so I'm just gonna wait here patiently to have it the correct way. We do have another dog that we rescued in 2020. Basically the exact opposite of everything Dime is. His name is Corporal. He is very rambunctious, loves to be bad at all times, has no boundaries. Dime at first was a little bit like, oh my god, what did y'all bring home? Now they are really, really good friends. They cuddle and snuggle, and they have some really great times together too. Dime, he's very handsome. I like to describe him as the Brad Pitt of dogs because he's so handsome. I've never known a dog that's that in tune with people and their emotions. If I start to tear up just the tiniest bit, he is aware of it, and he is zoned in on me and like looking at me super anxious, like, what is happening? Why are you okay? What can I do to fix it?
We try to include him in everything we do. He has his own special treat area that Corporal is not allowed to go near.
He might look smaller online, but he actually was 95 pounds at his like peak age.
Good job.
So he's a big dog, very muscular, but has never stopped us from lifting him or getting him in his harnesses to get outside, to go on walks, in or without the wheelchair. And yeah, we would do anything for him. It's a lot of work, but he's been such an incredible dog to both of us.
I'll do this another 20 years.
The past year and a half, he's still lived a really full life. We're just so grateful he's still here. I like to say he's a dime because he's a 10 out of 10.